Chips are so good, aren't they? They're so good. What's up, guys? Welcome back. How am I doing today? Pretty good. How you doing today? Is this something that's happening this afternoon? Oh yeah. Hello, hello. What's up, Sean, Keegan, Mad Yoda? What's up, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back. Large scam exposure. Let's go. What do you think will happen? Long or short? Sitting out? I'm sitting out now. I'm kind of maxed out on profit. I don't know if I want to do anything else. You're long on spicy pickle chips. You got to take them, dude. They're so good. Those chips are good. I know. Look, you guys, this is why I hate Arby's. I'll tell you guys, because now I'm in like a less PG version of stuff. Arby's, as I went on this crazy tangent. You guys are fucking with me. That's so funny. I went on this crazy tangent talking about how Arby's sandwiches look like human anatomy on a female. Let's just say that right there. They look like vaginas, like the little skin folds, the flaps, like here, all of this. And I said when I look at it, it triggers something with me. I don't know what it is. It triggers something to me that makes me go, bleh. So as I told the story on stream, it became an infinite troll. Now we hear Arby's all the time. I'm sure roast beef sandwiches taste amazing. Wizard sleeves. Yeah, wizard sleeve sandwich. And so Leonard comes in here posting this thing right here. Exactly. This is exactly why I don't like it. It gives me the willies. That's what it is. But Arby's became like an instant meme over here at the Rockseer team. So that's an awesome lesson. Oh, thank you, Felon. Really appreciate it. We have a little bit more fun on this stream, even though we're very serious when I do my trading. We obviously have really fun memes and crazy songs. Like, you traders are so soft. Here's a blue chew. Hope the market flushes you because you're doo-doo. This is one of the songs somebody wrote for the channel. I love it. Welcome back to the stream, you guys. Yeah, that lesson, thank you. I'm glad you guys like that. It comes straight from our boot camp. We teach a lot of principles of the market, why markets go up, why they go down, you know, etc. We use a lot of confluence and arbitrage to kind of see which direction market's going. I've been trading this in the long side all day. I've got an A+ setup in case the market dips down to here. I'm going to take it one more time. Until then, we're going to chill and wait. How many people here first time in my stream from MyFunded TV? Feel free to say hello. Everybody here, say hello to the newest group of DGens to come over from there. We're ready to hang out with the crew in the afternoon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Pay no attention to half the people in this chat. They're all a bunch of assholes. So, but they mean well. Most of them mean well. Some of them are just horrible. Then we have fun. Welcome back to the stream. We are supporting Half Gap with positive res. This could be a possible entry, but man, we are not getting a bunch of momentum off of this Half Gap here. Like all day long, we've been getting some pushes, but I have just not been seeing a lot from this. And I'm actually just glad I'm on the sidelines. I did take that long trade on my funded, and right when we filled the gap, I closed out. Res was right above zero. So resilience is a gap fill predictor. I'll show you guys on an S&P SPY chart, which is a little easier to see. This is what Rocket Scooter does. We do a couple of things. Number one is gamma exposure. That's what this is all about. Number two is we do index arbitrage. If the stocks are selling off, we're going to trade the index as such. What this white line is at the bottom is a gap fill predictor. We look at the sum of all 500 companies in the S&P that can close and open at a different price. As an example, SPY closed here yesterday. And today, SPY opened here yesterday. This is cash session. So clearly we gapped down. The halfway point, just trust me, without the lesson, the halfway point is always high volume pivot. You can see it right there. I'm circling it. The halfway point is a very special place where liquidity is sought after. And market makers looking for liquidity. And so the halfway point between open and close is always a big liquid sink of volume. Let me zoom out so you can see a little bit more. And what we do is we look at all 500 stocks. If the market is, let's just pull up a stock at random, Apple, okay? Where is Apple? Okay, Apple closed here yesterday and gapped down here today. The middle is always where liquidity is. You can see there is volume at the middle, right where I circled. Okay, so Apple is currently on this side of the gap. So this whole thing we call a gap, right? The stock is gap down. The half gap, which is HG, is the middle point. If a stock is at the middle, then it's neutral. We had a huge sink of buyers and huge sink of sellers all spread out at each of these extremes. The middle is liquid between buyers and sellers. So half gap is a very liquid spot. Liquid markets don't crash. Market likes to hold the liquid spot. The whole balloon analogy. So at the middle, what you see is that when price gets to the middle, you can basically guess it should go nowhere, but it will go somewhere. if on example of Apple, if Apple were just slightly below here, price lowers and raises because markets are looking for buyers and sellers. If price is going down, then the market's looking for buyers. If price is going up, markets are looking for sellers. When it's liquid and somehow we're imbalanced a little bit, we're looking for buyers. Right now, Apple is looking for buyers. The only evidence of where buyers likely will be at the start of the day is market makers know there were buyers here at the open and buyers here at the close. So when you're selling off from the middle, what our algorithm does is it assumes, okay, well, Apple's looking for buyers. Where are they? And our algorithm will estimate that Apple needs to go to here to find the buyers. So current value of the S&P is based on current value of SPY, okay? Or current value of Apple. So SPY has its actual value right now, the actual trading value of SPY. We call it SPY actual, which is based on Apple being right here. But the algorithm in resilience is saying, well, Apple could probably go here to fill its gap instead. So SPY has a different value it can have, SPY implied value, which is much lower than actual. Because if Apple were to fall X amount of, whatever this is, 60 cents, then SPY will adjust equivalently, right? Based on that market cap. So what resilience does is it does the implied value of all 500 companies at once and says, if I'm going to snap my fingers right now, all 500 companies are either going to fill their gap this way or fill their gap this way. And then it finds a new value of SPY. And then it takes that new value of SPY and compares it to the current value of SPY. If the current value of SPY is below the implied value, then this resilience number will be above 0, which is basically saying the majority of the stocks are right here and likely to fill their gap. And therefore, SPY can move that much and SPY is undervalued by that much. Therefore, it's an arbitrage position that I can take, betting that the SPY needs to catch up to the stocks and therefore all long futures. Does that make sense, everybody? Hope you guys understand the lesson on that. This is what this resilience is, and it's just flux through the box. It's all in the class. It's a gap fill predictor. So right now, Apple's likely to go this far lower. SPY is going to lower by this much if Apple were to fill its gap. Currently at this value, NVIDIA is up here. So NVIDIA is on this side. NVIDIA has already filled its gap. And you can look at all the stocks this way. And like Amazon is above the halfway point. Microsoft is above the halfway point, right? So the net sum of all the stocks in the S&P are above their halfway point. Either they're gapped down and filled their gaps, or they're sitting slightly above here relative to the current value of the S&P. So right now, this white line as of 11:59 is now greater than 0. It's market cap weighted. So it means it's the net sum of all the stocks in the S&P's market cap. More market cap is on this side of the box rather than this side of the box. Therefore, SPY is more likely to be on the upper side of that box if res is greater than 0. So even though the S&P is now pulling back, resilience is telling me SPY wants to be here, somewhere in here. So I use this as an opportunity to say, maybe I'll long right here to bet that we end up there. Right? So resilience, you see me talk about all day long, is a flux indicator on that side of the box, just to have fun with it, even though I can't make any more money. I'm going to long right here. I'm kind of maxed out, but let me long like 2 micros here. And then when we dip the hedge pressure, I'll long 2 more. Oh shit, I'm in NASDAQ, whatever. I'm going to do S&P. I'll proxy trade at NASDAQ, same thing. NASDAQ is the same boat. Now I'm going to extrapolate like a little bit of this into the future space. NASDAQ's halfway point has NASDAQ's white line above 0. See the dashed line here means the dashed line there. If the stocks in the NASDAQ are above the dashed line, the NASDAQ's likely to stay above the dashed line. So what this white line really is a confidence indicator of exactly this point, just the middle. I'm more likely to be confident that we go this way rather than this way. Okay. And my micros made $20 right at that pivot. I invented this, by the way, this process. I created this whole arbitrage technique. And all the tools in this platform I also created too, with this really awesome team at the Rock Cedar Company. It's a bunch of engineers that got together and made a bunch of cool stuff for trading. So if you guys hang around here, well, obviously we goof off, we listen to funny songs, we talk a bunch of shit, we talk about Arby's, but we're really serious about understanding how markets move. And so, yep. Matt's saying I'm going to turn on the fan. So this resilience indicator you see on the screen, the white one, is a pivot at this white line. And we do the same kind of technique on gamma exposure levels. The orange confluence, orange goes with this orange, blue goes with this blue. So when I hit each of those levels, my eyes go down to here and see what are the stocks doing at their own respective levels. And these are based on options. The white is based on gapping and open and close positions. And so they're different principles, but we're watching the stocks at the same time. So if the market were to like fall right to here, would I buy that blue dip? Because off to the right, it says I could buy that dip. And if I look over here, the blue line is above 0. Its value is 9. Okay, so more stocks are getting that long pressure on hedging. I'm going to bet that I'm going to take the dip with higher confidence than if this was negative. If this was negative, I might hit the dip with a small position. If this is positive, I'll hit it with a harder position. So I'm basically letting the stocks tell me how hard to bet in the futures. And this is a very powerful technique. It's very crucial to my trading strategy. I wouldn't be doing great without it. So you might hear me just say resilience all day long. It's my favorite tool. It's a gap fill predictor. Right now, resilience is telling me we're likely to stay on this side of the box rather than this side of the box. Okay. And so at the halfway point, I can grab along. I'm tired of talking. And we guys, oh, and they worship Pickle here. Yeah, Pickle the doggy. I did the indicator. It's in the Rocket Scooter platform. So you can subscribe to all the tools. There's 15 of them. Hedge pressure, monthly hedge pressure, zones, gap fills, half gaps, resiliences, all that stuff. Is you go to the website. It's in the description. Go to the description of this video. You'll see the stuff there. We have over 10,000 active subscribed members to the community. Our Discord is about the same size, pretty big, and most of these people here use the platform. So that's how we all got started, meeting each other. Outstanding explanation. So ideally, it's because the index can trade on its own, right? It has its own supply and demand that's independent of everything. But when you let go of pushing the index around, it's tracking the stocks at the end of the day. So futures, even though you can push futures away from the stocks a little bit, when that selling pressure, buying pressure stops, the futures are going to snap back into place of where they need to be going. And futures are trying to guess what the index is likely to be. So that's why it created an indicator that's going to guess what the index is likely to be based on these principles. And so resilience was designed to be a leading indicator as much as it can be. And in many cases, it's a leading indicator by hours. Today, it was a leading indicator by hours, according to this trade that I'm in. Because at the bottom of the screen, you will see that this resilience indicator finally went positive right here. So all day long, I can back pocket the idea that this half gap is support. And all day long, I'm waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And boom, I hit the long. Although it's only 40 bucks. I don't want to make too much more money because I don't want to blow consistency. But I did grab with 2 micros to prove the trade. How do you get Rocket Scooter? Yeah, let me show you guys. We also have a boot camp. Rocket Scooter was built by a team of engineers. Even the name Rocket Scooter is kind of a tie to our engineering backgrounds. And a bunch of very, very, very smart people work for me. And much smarter than me. And we put together a really, really, really awesome set of tools. It's all unique. They're all exploiting different stuff. There's the link I put in chat for it. We also do a boot camp that we can train you guys on day trading in general. Our bootcamp is actually very cheap. It's only $20 a month. It's $1 a class. If you guys are like, I want to learn everything Matt has to teach, it's 20 bucks. We don't gouge traders for bootcamp. We don't even like have a high price for our stuff. I've always believed education should be free and cheap. I'm like the anti-guru out there. I do very well in life, and I don't do well in life because I charge traders $5,000 for education. I always found that practice to be very ridiculous, and I never support it. And I always decided to make education like $1 a class. Is there still a discount for platform? Yeah, it's first month is half off. Just straight up. Bootcamp only $20, as Mike said. Wait, bootcamp's only $20? How much is it? Oh, I have to download the song. Hold on. I forgot about that one. There's been so many songs that have been submitted. Let me download it. Bootcamp only $20. Bootcamp only $20. Can I do 50 cents? Yeah, maybe. Mike's queuing up the song. So we do this thing in our stream, which is a contest that we do for music writing. Twice a year, we're going to start doing this. We did it before for people to write AI music for the song, for the stream. And we use, like, we do this big old contest and we narrow it down the finalists and stuff. And then the ones we keep, we end up giving lifetime platform access for a prize. 20 Zimbabwe dollars? Sure, why not? Are you winning, Dad? I am, son. My trade's so soft, I need a blue chew. What a funny song, dude. My 2 micros have made 70 bucks. Pickle's my dachshund, by the way, if you guys never heard of Pickle before. Hooray! Pray for me, 25 micros? Oh, I'm praying for you. Any particular god you want me to pray to? Stock market gods, what do you want? Can I do 50 cents? 50 cents times 40. What's up, Bradley? How you doing, man? To the unknown god. Do I take the trade every time it hits the dotted line, as long as resilience is positive? Not every time, but most times, yeah. I look at other confluence together to build an overall picture of the market. So let me show you an example of my overall analysis in the market, okay? You're just gonna have to trust me because you don't know what any of this stuff is, so I'm gonna just draw some levels for you with their confluence. Right now, I'm gonna draw a line from, an arrow from line to line. So let me draw all the pressures. Right now, this is likely to happen 90% of the time because this is greater than 0. This is likely to happen because this is greater than 0. 80% of the time, 90% of the time under these ideal conditions that we have. This is likely to happen because res is greater than 0. So already all of that looks good. My pivots are each one of the places. Now I have another one I haven't discussed with you guys, which I'll draw over here, which is zone to zone, there to there. This is my strongest trade that I usually have. This is called a liquidity pocket trade. This is the strongest trade. I've made this trade twice today. Liquidity pockets, I take every single time. No matter what the confluence is. And this one is good because this ratio is greater than half. So everything is, there's nothing bearish right now. Everything looks solid, right? This is what I call my A+. This one is also A+, the one at the bottom. So all of these are just scalps, and you can chain them together to take an overall, like, you know, bigger trade. This is a B setup. Sorry, oops, don't listen to me. I drew the wrong thing. This is an A setup. This is an A+. What I call A+ is something under ideal conditions, which we have today, 90% or like ish. 90% of days should close above orange with no news or anything to take it below. A is 80% is A. Anything less than that is considered B. This pivot is always a B. The half gap one. While it's a really strong choice, gap fills they tend to be a little more sporadic. It's still a decent setup. I never hit half gap with like a very fat long position. But right now, because this B trade is in the middle of an A+ setup, it is really strong because you have overlap between the two. You guys see that overlap, right? So with supporting evidence, I will hit it harder or every single time as well. If you have conflicting things, I don't take it every time. So support here, support to fill the gap, and then support through the pocket. Now, let me show you each one of these plays throughout the day today. All right. I'm just going to show you these levels. All right. This is the same scale. There's the A trade, A plus. There's the A trade. There's a liquidity pocket. Okay. Back over here, same setup. There's the A trade. There's this little range here. There's a liquidity pocket. Now, oh, sorry, this is pre-market. Sorry. Let me start at market open. Make it easier for y'all to see. Market open, right? Same scale. A plus, A plus. 1, 2, 3. So these are the pressures I look for. So I can chain all of this together. So today's trade, I bought here, closed out there, market fell, I bought there again, and I daisy chained all of this together and closed out there on stream. Market did this, fell to there, I bought again, held on, grabbed a little bit more at some other accounts, split my accounts up, and then made the same trade a second time. Our 20-day bootcamp, each one of them teaches like one of these lessons. But the idea is I can chain all my bull pivots together. And while I just made a quick 90 bucks, let me just close out because I didn't really need to make a trade. I just want to demonstrate that trade there for you guys. Bootcamp only $20. Bootcamp only $20. That's such a good song. All right, you guys, are y'all making a trade right now? Long or short? What do y'all think? How do we close today? Also, what do y'all think? Up or down? All right, read some of the comments here. How about watch some videos this weekend? Yeah, catch up on the videos this weekend, especially if you join the bootcamp. $200 a month or $400 for lifetime. First month is $100. No, it's actually first month is $100 and then it's $159 every month. We lowered our price to have this like permanent deal that we've had for a while to make every month $159 instead of $200. And we were only going to do that for like the first 3 months, but we left that deal there because we think that's more affordable than charging you guys $200. So normally our price was normally slated to be $200, but I actually was able to get our expenses down so I can charge you guys $159 and save you all $40 a month. Because again, we're in the belief that tools and education should be as cheap as they can be. What would I do if I can only afford 2 50K funded accounts? How would I scale them? Usually I would at 2 50K accounts. I don't know what your drawdown is on those, but if I were to estimate on most 50K drawdowns, trading micros, it's probably a game. Can I trade right from Rocket Scooter? You can for a real futures account only. You can't log in any prop firms with it, but you can tie your like CQG credentials in here and trade a real futures account if you have one. You get your real futures data in here from only a real broker, and you get the platform from our website. I put the link in that chat below. Funded Next is good. Yeah, Funded Next is really good. That's one of the 3 firms I trade with. So I take the trade almost every time if everything else lines up, right? All right, so what else you guys are saying? Hello. So long, short, kind of mix a bunch. Thank you, mate. Want to let you know how impactful you are on you and your life. Well, I'm glad to hear that, buddy. Think you go a bit more, yeah. Ready to whoosh. It's a time for whooshing. Dude, we do have the bull zone support. If we get the Arby trade to finish up today, oh, how awesome that would be, right? The sandwich, the bull zone, bear zone sandwich, bull to bull. It looks great. Next sale in lifetime, Thanksgiving. Yeah, but you know what though? You guys are in luck. Because my lazy butt forgot to take the deal off the site. Oops. So if you guys buy it before I take it off the site today, I forgot to take it down. Yeah, not that I'm gonna advertise this, but you're welcome to grab the Black Friday deal on now because I forgot to take it off after 4th of July. It looks like it's still on the site. So $1,500 off is still there. I'm going to remove this tonight, but if you guys wanted to grab it, it's still there. I can't stop you. Somebody asked when the next lifetime sale is, and it will be Thanksgiving after this. Yeah, so, I mean, look, I drank my weight in tequila last weekend, okay? I got really effed up. And I got back and I'm glad I woke up. I was able to wake up Monday morning and continue to stream. But I forgot to take off the deal. Yeah, so whoever asked, the $1,500 is still on. Still there. Half my weight, 99 pounds of tequila. Oh, yeah. Closing at all-time highs would be pretty cool, yeah? I just looked on the site to see that that deal was still there. So $1,500 off the platform. So full purchase, free bootcamp, free everything, free Discord, free upgrades for life, free training is only $2,500 now. But that'll be $4,000 probably by the end of the day by the time I change it back. You're a wine girl there? Wine is good. Does TradingView futures data work on Rocket Scooter? TradingView, you can't transfer anywhere, unfortunately. But if you buy your data from a broker that uses CQG, then you can transfer that data anywhere. The one place you can. TradingView or any broker platform is usually locked to the broker. Trade-of-8's locked to Trade-of-8. PropFirm is locked to PropFirm. You can't really take data feeds from place to place. The exception of if you have like a dormant account or a Phillip account or like a real futures brokerage with AMP or something, you can take that data and go anywhere with it. You can log into TradingView, Rocket Scooter, Trade-of-8, anything with your AMP account. Not Trade-of-8, sorry, TradingView, Rocket Scooter, whatever, with your AMP account, and then it works there. Sierra charts, whatever. And your data will go with you. So unfortunately, TradingView's data is not compatible anywhere else. Is there a worm at the bottom of tequila? No, not this one. Trump just landed in Texas. Oh, because of the floods? He's like a week late, man. He should have showed up on Monday. That was very sad. Yeah, so we were actually gonna tube on the Guadalupe on Friday or Saturday. We had an option. Friday we got a pontoon boat. We went out into Lake Travis, and Saturday we were all going tubing on the Guadalupe. And so the idea was, do we go tubing Friday or do we take the boat on Friday? The random choice of us to take the boat on Friday and tube on Saturday, it was the other way around. We would have tubed on a river that got caught in flash floods and killed 70 people. So I dodged a bullet of, you know, running for my life in 30-foot surging water waves in the rivers in West Texas by a day, by randomly choosing to go on the boat on Friday. And while we were on the boat on Friday, I'll show you what the rains look like from the boat. That's the second time I dodged a bullet in the same area of town, because another time I was going to stay on vacation at a house that got swept away. The house I was going to stay in got swept away in the floods. So 2 times in my life I've dodged bullets of drowning or being chased. But like 70 people were killed. It was really sad. Let me show you guys what the water was like. Hold up. Let me go to my Instagram here. Oh, me and iDoc. Look, this is our life. Sometimes we have fun. That was New Year's. This is family. Pickle, our dog. You guys ever see Pickle? I'll show you all the floods in a second. It's in this little story here. Hold on. That's our pool at our house. Where am I at here? Oh, check out the steak that they make at this restaurant that I went to a couple weeks ago. Okay, so here's the party. So essentially it was like gloomy and overcast the whole time, but let me show you if I've got the hold on. Wait, I swear I posted it here. Oh, wait, no, it's on my Twitter. Hold on, my bad. Hold on. A little trip down memory lane there. Let me go to my Twitter. I tweeted it. I swear I should have, I thought Instagram that, but let me Twitter it real quick. Here it is. All right. So it was actually like pretty bad. And this is in the lake, and it was raining the whole time, but this was just the softer rain. It was raining so much in Lake Travis that you couldn't see this far out. And as our friends were kind of like swimming out here, the visibility got so cloudy from the rain, we couldn't even see the line of boats that were behind us. And the guy was like telling everybody, swim back, because you couldn't see anybody. But it was like crazy, crazy, crazy raining. And this was in Lake Travis on Friday. This is our party of people. We had like 40 something people at the house. You know this, but look how much it's raining, man. It's crazy. And this is where it just started. This was Friday in the morning. But yeah, by the end of when the rain got as bad as it was, we couldn't even see that boat. It was like so thick, and then the wind was picking up so much that the boats were like being like knocked into each other. It was pretty violent. And there was no thunder, so like they never really called the party. We still stayed out there the whole time. But then it was just like sheets of water. And that morning, you know, in our drunk logic, we were telling people like, well, people were like, should we go back? And we're like, well, we're on a boat, which is like kind of where you want to be when there's flash floods. Yeah, it's in Texas, West Texas. So I get like the drunk logic. Most all of those people are engineers, by the way. And we were all kind of like, I guess we should stay out here because technically we got a boat and life jackets. It's about as safe as it's going to be. We can get in the car or get in the bus and go back home and then get caught in some flash floods in a bus, or we can just stay on the boat. Boats float. We should be fine. We're on a lake. The worst thing that's going to happen, not going to bump into anything but another boat. And this boat has a motor on it with gasoline. We can always just sail away or like ride away from stuff. So we're like, all right, the party is going to continue. So we had an executive judgment call with our drunk logic of, well, we'll stay here. Everybody was like, okay. So we stayed. But it got so flooded on the river that the rivers, 30 feet of water swept entire houses away. I mean, it was really bad. And that was the Guadalupe River. And that was the river that we were going to go floating on the next day. Tubing. So we all had like, you know, tubes and just like lazy float. Yeah. You grew up tubing all those rivers? Oh, dude. Yeah. In San Antonio. Yeah. The Guadalupe, the Blanco, the Comal, all the good ones. So this was down in Texas. I party with youngins. They look young. They definitely look young. Not all of those people from our party. Most of these people, most all of these people are engineers at Chevron. So a lot of my friends are all chemmies, mechies, electricals at Chevron. They're all like mid to late 30s. A lot of them just look young. This is there's iDoc and some of our buddies. There's me with the sweater on because I got cold as heck. Yeah. The Frio River. Oh, I love the Frio River. Love going to Schlitterbahn. Yeah, iDoc and I were trying to talk about going to Schlitterbahn because she's never been, of all places. So I'm going to try to take her. The Guadalupe is only, yeah, we were excited because we heard, yeah, the Guadalupe has been like losing water level over the years. And you have to walk through a lot of it now because there's not as much water as when I was a kid. But now we were like super excited because it's supposed to rain all weekend. Finally, the Guadalupe is going to have some water. We'll just like float in the rain, which should be fine. But then the flood came and got like 30 feet of water. So you just pay for the lifetime with the discount. Thanks. Been a monthly member and loving the platform. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Yeah. So guys, on our website, the lifetime deal, I forgot to take it out when I got back from 4th of July. So I'm going to take it down tonight. But if you guys want to sneak in before Black Friday, that's the last sale we're going to have on lifetime. $1,500 off is always what it is on Black Friday. And it goes up to full price. But if you guys want to take it, take it. I'll leave it on until today. It's $1,500 off of lifetime. So it just makes it $25 for the platform. Just buy the software outright. And then it comes with free Discord and free training and free bootcamp and all that stuff is free. So just like if you just want to buy the software outright without paying a monthly sub, Like 80% of our members are lifetime. So pretty much everybody just buys it eventually. If they use it for 2 or 3 months, they're like, okay, I'll buy it. But it's normally $4 grand. So we'll do a sale maybe once or twice a year. This year we've done 2 sales, and we're not going to do another one until Black Friday. But somebody pointed it out that they were like, when's the next sale? And I went and was like looking at the website because somebody had asked about the bootcamp and the software earlier. And then I saw, oops, I forgot to take the deal down. So like I said, if you guys race me before sometime tonight, I'll take it down. But y'all are welcome to grab it while you can. It was the 4th of July sale, which we've never done a 4th of July sale for lifetime of that much for sure. Dude, I love Shutterbot. So much fun. Why not joining iDoc in Italy? She's not in Italy. She's going to like a bunch of places. This year, I'm committed to the stream and stream building. So right now I'm on a very strict regimen of going viral. I have figured out the YouTube algorithm, and I've utilized my knowledge of the YouTube algorithm to make my channel go viral. And our channel is up 3,400% daily viewers in just the last 5 months. And I'm going to do this for an entire year and grind it out until I'm the biggest YouTube streamer there is. And then I'll probably chill out and start traveling more. But until then, I'm grinding every day. I'm trading every day. I mean, I'm streaming every day, shooting every afternoon, and I don't take days off. Clip it. Maybe not number 1, maybe number 2. Pat's huge. It'd be hard to get bigger than Pat, but my aspirations are obviously be number 1. All respect to Pat. He's built a massive juggernaut of a brand. That'll be hard. It'll be hard to pass that dude up, but maybe number 2. So we'll see. Tell Pat to take a month or 2 off. No, Pat knows the drill just like I do. He's in Hawaii right now, and he still streams every day because you can't take days off. That's part of the game. But like I said, I figured out the YouTube algorithm, and it's not something you can just do tomorrow and then go viral. It requires years of pushing until you hit what I call the wind. The wind is where the impression algorithm starts giving you more impressions, and then you utilize that at that moment in time to exponentially grow the moment it happens. And you get a very small window the moment that happens. And if you fuck it up, it might not happen again for years. Imagine that you are constantly doing something. It's like a talent agent. Pretend that you're a musician. You got to play your hardest every day until that one day the agent is in the audience and you crushed it. You're an actor. You're doing community theater. Act your fucking heart out. And then one day that agent is there. Your Michelin star restaurant, cook your best. You want to be a Michelin star. That one day the Michelin person is there. If you fuck it up, they may not come back for years. So I happened to catch what I call the wind at the right time, and I crushed it at the right time. And then the very next day, the impressions through the roof, and now we get recommended. You guys probably found us on recommended, right? And we're like, YouTube recommended the stream for you. And there's no gimmick to it. It's just persistence, right? And so really, in reality, you have to have compelling and engaging content to get people staying on the stream, and YouTube very much rewards that. If you have shit content or you're a horrible trader, people won't stay no matter what you do with the algo. You have to have all pieces line up. You have to not only be lucky, like right at the right time, but you have to have engaging content. In trading, you also have to be good at trading. Like, you can't just be bad at this and people will stay and watch. People tend to flutter around if you're bad, and the algo punishes you if your viewer base doesn't stay engaged. So, but just like me, you know, I figure out the stock market, I figure out the YouTube algo. My job is to crack codes and figure stuff out. And I have another buddy of mine also started going viral at the same time. He also used the same strategies I did. We were both talking about it. Like what we both think we did to kind of hit that stride. And there are people that have been streaming for 10 or 15 years and have never gotten their break. Like, YouTube's never shown them to anybody. So yeah, I'm not traveling this year until I get to active, until I get to 20,000 views a day. That's my goal. So I'm at 10,000 views a day. I want to get to 20. Yeah. Yeah, some people show lifestyle and money spending, and that attracts a community, but that also attracts a fair weather community as well. Like our attraction is consistent because people are like learning a process rather than just watching me show off, like money and stuff. So I get a more, like a higher retention rate, I think. You guys stick around for longer. Can I coach for that YouTube strategy? I probably could. As soon as I get to the top, I'll start. I don't want to teach people everything I know because it very much it worked. After years of studying it and knowing what to do, I have secretly been doing it for years until it finally took off. So it takes a while. You have to build it one impression at a time. You don't just do like one thing and the next day you wake up viral. It's not how it happens. You have to do a series of things and be very consistent with it. Yeah. I think at the end, maybe I'll coach people on what I did and how it worked. But it's a very obvious formula too. There's nothing that you can take from it that's like, oh my God, this is so brilliant. It's very obvious. Be consistent, have compelling content. Have people engage with your content. The way that you design your show from start to finish needs to be engaging. If you're doing anything, be good at what you do because people are there to watch you do what you do. Only a good personality will only get you far enough. If you're a carpenter but you make shitty stairs, no real carpenters are going to stick around and watch you. But if you're like a cook and you cook very well, and you know, other important people that are cooks will watch you, and YouTube knows that. Here's a trick. Here's one of the tricks. Some of the biggest influencers in trading are in my stream engaging. YouTube very much rewards that. If you are a Twitch streamer and Ninja hangs out in your Twitch stream and chats with your audience, you will be getting more impressions naturally from the associative effect. And it just so happens part of the strategy, and I'll teach you a little bit of it, has to do with some of the biggest names in trading hang out in this stream and chat in this stream. And that really lines up the YouTube sees that and goes, oh, this huge person also watches the stream and engages with the community. Let me show this person to their audience. This is some of the trickery that you can do. There's a hint. That makes sense? Maybe the influencers are watching for trading signals. Oh, that's funny. But that also helps, right? You know who else knows that strategy? Anybody else that has a stream that invites other big traders onto that stream to hang out on that stream. YouTube crisscrosses the audience and blends it together and shows you off to their viewers and vice versa. They call it the BDH effect, but anybody that's gone on a Pat's stream has gotten a huge wave of impressions for a little bit. It works everywhere. It's a generic impression algorithm that works with any kind of social media. Imagine if Khloe Kardashian retweeted your cosmetics brand, okay? Right? The YouTube or the whatever, your Instagram would immediately start showing more of your stuff to their audience, right? It's general stuff. So it's a mix of validation, like social validation helps, but having engaging content. Immediately when they show you off to impressions, so say that like some big person comes in and starts chatting up on your stream, and the next day you get 10% more impressions, but your content sucks and no one stays. Then they stop showing you to that community. But if your content's great and your engagement rate is high and the new people that come engage and stay and watch again, then it starts to slowly show you more and more to that community, because the algorithm is designed to keep people engaged. It's constantly looking for engagement, and it knows that if somebody watches like this show, and this show, it's going to show it to more people in that chain so that they watch that show, that show, that show. But if they get to the show and it sucks, then they ruin their opportunity. I've seen people recently on YouTube get like double their views, and then it dwindles down within a couple weeks. There's like, I study what the competitors are doing. I watch them all, their stats. I saw a couple of people, a couple of paper trader people and a couple of weirdos that stream that a lot of them were getting like double their impressions and double their views the last couple of months. You know, like for other reasons, like big streamers weren't streaming. Like Brian goes on vacation for a week and some people in the afternoon get some views. Then they double up, but then like within a week or two, it dwindles down. And it's because they don't have engaging content to keep the new views there. So YouTube impression algorithm shut the window and stop showing it. Yeah. Twitch does that now. You can collaborate with other streamers and they'll pull together both viewers in one chat pool. Oh, that's pretty cool. How many times a week do I recommend publishing content on YouTube? That's kind of a, depending on what you do. Again, imagine this. You're trying to capture an audience, right? When is that audience active? You're trying to capitalize a time slot. What's your competition like? When is that audience engaging with the content? If you're a trader, you know, there's not really a lot of, if you're a live futures trader, your content is from market open to market close, right? But the YouTube algorithm doesn't know that you're a trader. It doesn't, I mean, it may know that you have a trading audience, but it doesn't know your content from baking cookies. All it knows is that you have holes in your content. You're not consistent with your content. So with traders, we don't stream on Saturday or Sunday, right? There's a hole in your content. So if you're not, if the more consistent you are, the more rewards you get. So try to plug holes in your content with engaging content. That's kind of a trick there too. So like as a streamer, it's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's like this. Now it doesn't mean start publishing reels on Saturday and Sunday and you'll go viral, but it doesn't hurt, right? To have content that's engaged with throughout a lot of time slots where you know the audience you're trying to capture should be watching. Traders on the weekend might play on their phones while they're sleeping in bed. But if you guys are looking for help to grow, be consistent, be engaging, and have content people want to watch. That's really the secret. And push, and don't leave holes in your content. Bootcamp start again in August. We're in the middle of it right now. So Elden Ring stream on the weekend and coming. Oh, hell yeah. I finally beat Melania last night. For the first time I went in there. I didn't do any spoilers, by the way. So I didn't read up on how the fight works or anything. So I've been playing Elden Ring. I finally got to optional boss Melania, but the hardest boss in the game, according to what most people said. And my very first fight immediately killed her. Phase 1, though. I didn't know there was 2 phases. The first fight was like kind of hard, but I beat it immediately. I was like, no, this can't be the hardest boss in the game. And then she came back for phase 2 and fucking one-shot me. So, and it took me about 10 times and I finally beat her. I'm playing a bleed build samurai. Dude, it's so OP and it's got reach. That's what I love about it. I usually like to play glass cannon characters like mages and stuff. But in this kind of game, I want to do a little hack and slash. But I hate doing sword and shield. I like doing like, you know, any kind of like ranged style fighting if I can. Or even if it's swords, I got to be close up. So katanas have like far enough reach I can play really far away. But that's what I built for my first build. That's the strategy. They come for some YouTube boobs and see Matt making 20K and get hooked. LOL. How much did I end up making today? Probably about 15, 14, 13, something like that. Pretty decent day. I've had a killer streak though. It's been nice. Whatever this is for the day. It really hasn't changed much from the morning. I think it was closer to 12 or 11, something like that. I destroyed most of the buffer I had in that account. I can just reset that one. That's the eval account that doesn't have that hasn't passed yet. Now that I think about it, I'm probably better off just resetting it. I do have one more trade I can make on it. It's the one that's not funded. It's the new 100K I bought. Let me see if we can. Yeah, I could probably reset it at some point. But that's the haul today. Not a bad haul. I could do Elden Ring stream. We could do Call of Duty stream. That'd be fun. You want to do that? Usually on Fridays when I didn't stream in the afternoon, we would have game night with the crew. So basically anybody that wanted to play in the afternoons after I get done with my morning stream, we used to do gaming. And we get like a squad of us, and then I'd occasionally would stream it on Twitch just for fun. 130. Do we get the big run up zone to zone? It'd be so nice if we got that. Resilience is looking pretty solid here. I think the market just blasts straight up. It'd be kind of nice. Sell off. I hope we don't, but it'd be nice if we got some volatility to play with. Somebody says Kodak. What does common sense tell you about Kodak's value? What does Kodak's price tell you is abnormal? I don't know. I don't watch Kodak or trade Kodak. My consistent P&L is the core hook to build user loyalty. Yeah, that's it. That's really the secret. And there is no, like, you have to do all the pieces to get your stream to build, but the biggest secret of all is, and I'm not lying about this, is just be good at what you do. People are watching you for whatever reason. In trading, you just need to be good at what you do. And people are too smart to see through the noise. There's no way you can convince people. There's some stream titles I see and people saying I make $100,000 a day and stuff like that. People can see through that. Unless you show them historic performance results and show them proof of that. People don't stay. You're hurting yourself. You might convince one or two people to watch your stream. They may be too stupid to see through that. But a real adult that would engage with content is not going to see somebody that claims to make 75, 80K in a day. They know you're paper trading. They're not going to stay, and YouTube's going to punish the shit out of you. So the algorithm actually swings two ways. And this is why I don't tell people what I actually discovered. And I may or may not know people that work at Google. So I'm just going to tell you straight up. I know things. The algorithm actually does two things. It rewards people to do the right thing, but also punishes people to do the wrong thing. The punishment side isn't talked about. And I watch people punishing their own streams, and I know they'll never get big. Some of the choice making they do gets punished. And if you lie and say you make money and it's ridiculous and people come and they look, and it's like if your stream title says you made 100K and then on the stream it looks like you made 10K, people are like, this is stupid, I'm leaving. And they'll leave. And then not only will that not help you, it'll actually punish you. Like YouTube will actually show you fewer impressions than normal. So when you're on the punishment side of the spectrum, what happens is there's a natural, let's show you 100 times today. You get a normal amount of impressions. If that's the normal everybody gets, when you're punished, YouTube can show you 10 or 0, depending on how punished you are. They can choose to not show you to anybody. If you're not proved to have engaging content, they have no desire to reward you or even give you the baseline. They'll give you less. An example is if you go out there and start, I don't know, pumping out racist commentary or something, the algorithm will punish you to 0. Certain things you do immediately go to 0. So there are people out there that punish themselves by creating unengaging content, or every impression they get is somebody that goes and doesn't stay. Then YouTube will actually punish them and not show them to anybody new. And I see it happen all the time with paper traders and trading liars and stuff, and pump and dump stuff, you know. But yeah, a little bit of volatility here. Price action sucks. Yeah, it kind of does. Once they restrict you, is there a way to get out of YouTube jail? Nope. Years and years and years of grinding out of it. I think is you basically are starting over from scratch. You have to rebuild trust and rebuild engaging content. Usually you have to rewipe or like reformulate all your content and do something different. Yeah. Any social media has a jail though. Even when Elon published the Twitter source code, it all talked about Twitter has its own jail for content. There are certain things you do that immediately put you in jail. But now, usually once you go to jail, you're screwed for the longest time. The best way to get out of jail is to start all over. Is Elon is Elon? No, he's not. How market cap and volume both work together? I don't know if they work together. I don't understand the correlation beast. Can you expand on that? But the best thing about the newest versions of YouTube algorithm is they use AI. So it's actually smart. If you got in jail in one account and you start a new account, AI remembers your name, remembers your face, remembers your voice, and they punish your new channel too. That's the coolest new thing. As I'm reading in the circles of like the things I've been reading online, like basically there's whole communities of people that understand how this stuff works. And nowadays you can't even make a new channel to start over. If you're a person, the algorithm will know who you are. And if you start up in a new channel, you either use a voice changer or hide your face or something. But if you try to make a new channel to get out of YouTube jail, your new channel gets punished. That's the new thing. Thank you, AI, for that. Somebody said, you've never seen my stuff on YouTube until a few weeks ago. After somebody else's stream ended, it started on my stream without you doing anything. Now you see my streams on the homepage. Oh, wow. YouTube is also demonetizing AI-only channels, which is awesome. That's cool. Yeah, right? Like AI influencers and stuff. I thought about making an AI OnlyFans account that does feet pics. That'd be kind of cool. Make a couple $1,000,000 a year without doing anything. 90% close below means 90% of days. Don't take that as a short signal. It means statistically 90% of days will close in the zone they start in. So we started in a bear zone, it's likely to close in a bear zone, but there's an extra piece to that. Any bear zone is a bear zone. On QQQ, we have 2 of them. So typically the market finds equilibrium at some zone that it started in. 90% of days as we catalog, if it opened in bear zone, it should close in bear zone, but there's also one here. So it can go both ways in this instance. Breaking to bull zone and continuing to go is about 10% of days. It doesn't mean that I short because the 10% of days are off. But I take note that it's rare for that to happen. So as I've been longing, I usually just exit my long right there and exit my long right there. I don't bet that it keeps going, but I certainly don't short a bull market on the stats. YouTube doesn't believe in second chances. No, not at Google. Google is very strict. Once you get in jail on YouTube, on Google, you're done. You're done for. Yep. You're pretty much done for. Which is why you have to be ultra careful about your content, who you engage with and who you support and things like that, and who supports you. Most important part of any social media is engagement from people that it's bigger than you. That's a big part of it. And so you always want to get like endorsed by people who are bigger than you. Here's an example. All right. You have a stream that criticizes an opponent who's much, much, much bigger than you. And if that opponent comes into your stream and starts arguing with you and you're arguing with them in your chat, YouTube will see that as good because you're engaging with someone bigger than you, right? But if you're small and you're arguing with somebody that's much bigger than you and instead they block your stream or they report your stream, then you go to jail. Because they have the clout and you don't, and that kind of behavior is not. So you want to get people that are like bigger than you to engage with you. If people bigger than you block you, Elon even published that with the Twitter algo. If you are big and you block somebody in the same impression circle as you, that's smaller, you put them in jail. So you have the ability to put people in jail by blocking people smaller than you. If you have legitimate, if your impression score is really high, like you're favored by the Twitter algorithm, when you're favored and you're on the good side of the scale, you get shown up in people's recommended and showed up on the front page and stuff. It means you're doing everything right. And you have good content. And if you're somebody on the good scale and you block somebody that is in the same impression circle, you can actually put them in jail. It's a big like chess elo score, where if people that are bigger than you are engaging with you and boosting you, then you get a higher score. If people that are bigger than you are punishing you, then you get a lower score. It's all based on, a lot of it's based on social validation. Yeah. So here's an example. Don't create a stream and go out there and badmouth people bigger than you, because all you have to do is block you and you'll go to jail. If they don't engage with you, you'll go to jail. Instead, go out there and make friends with them. Beg them to come on your stream and talk to you. Things like that. There's confirmation for short. You need to have short confluence. So in my world, I need this DD ratio to be less than half, or resilience to be negative, or I need to have some kind of pivot to short off of. The only pivots I have to short off of would be close if resilience was negative. And that's basically it, or MHP breaks. In a bull market, I'm never shorting this. I'm always finding dips to buy. So yeah. Social credit score like in China? Yeah, probably. Yeah, two biggest tricks are be good at what you do and then get people that are bigger than you to endorse you. And that's really what any social media, and it's obvious. There's no like black magic to that. It makes a whole lot of sense, right? The dumbest thing you could ever do is go out there and try to make enemies with everyone bigger than you. Then you'll be in jail forever. So I tell everybody, you want to get big, be good at what you do, and then make a lot of friends. But with trading, you just got to show your stats and then, you know, explain your trades and be good at what you do, and people will hopefully stick around if they like it. Hopefully that information helps you guys. Whatever you're trying to grow channels or trying to grow anything on social media, yeah, just be consistent and try to make friends. You know, a good way to do it is don't swing for the top. Don't try to go for like the highest influencer. Say, hey, can you validate me? Typically, the trick is a trick that it's called like go to your next circle. So example is if you have 50 followers or 50 viewers. Hold on a second. If you have 50 viewers or like 50 viewers on your stream, go make friends with somebody that has 100. And then once you have 100, make friends with somebody that has 2. And then once you have 2, make friends with somebody that has 4. Right? They're small enough to give you consideration. They're not too big to ignore you. Because if you're too small, they'll ignore you. Collaborate with people slightly bigger than you, and then you inch your way bigger that way. That helps. These are all tricks. And then that can take years and years and years of growing, but you'll grow that way. That's a guaranteed way to grow. Which means you have to be the world's most liked person. Yeah, you can't be a disruptor. The only way you'll grow being a disruptor is if you have a like, let me think. Some people do grow with that, but typically like there's other things that they have to do to get the visibility. It has to be compelling and engaging content, whatever you do. Yeah. Would I recommend live streaming for somebody that mainly posts shorts? I'm going to tell you, like anybody else that asks me, like, should I get into live streaming? Unless you're committed to live streaming and you're going to grind it out for years and years, don't even get started with it because it's such a competitive world. There's so many people doing it. You'll have to grind for 2-3 years just to get your first 100 viewers, right? There's so many people doing it now. It's really hard. So if you want to commit to it, then do it. It's worth it, but you have to commit, right? It'll be very hard if you just have some kind of live stream that immediately just takes off because it's just so saturated. But if you like live streaming, which I love doing, then do it. It's just enough. I've seen people like grinding it, and I know I'm like, oh, I remember those. I've been doing it for 10 years. So for me, I've had a pretty decent YouTube algo score for 10 years. You know, it's like mine didn't grow fast. It took me 10 years to finally hit the wave. But if you have dope viewers, let's collab. Yeah, like if I start collabing with you, it certainly could give you higher impression scores. The house is a fucking prison, LOL. Thank you for indicators. You're halfway past your eval. Oh, that's good. That's good. The schools be yapping now. Oh yeah, that's where that candle came from. I recommend like doing Live with Tall Dogs, which you like to do. Like iDoc is trying to build her stream again. She used to do it. She used to be very big and she took a break. Now she's building again. And so, you know, she's doing it because she loves doing it. And if you love doing something, do it. If you want to turn streaming into a job and try to make money as a streamer, you're going to grind it out for a very long time, getting nothing out of it. So you better love it. Yeah, dedication is definitely pays off. Like I'm helping Tyler with this stream. Yeah, like Tyler knows what he's doing. I'll tell you straight up. Tyler's a smart fucking guy. He's like, I want to grow. I'm going to go be out there and be cool and be friends with everybody. So Tyler was like, hey, I like you, Matt. I want to be your friend. He was like, hey, I like you, Brian. I want to be your friend. We got to know him. He had great content, engaging content. He's a cool guy. And now Tyler's getting tons of visibility. And Tyler's doing it right. Making friends with people who can help you grow your circle and being cool and being likable. If you were to come into my stream and say, what's up, loser? You're a terrible trader. My stream is better than yours, blah, blah, blah. Nobody would go watch him. Yeah, Tyler's being very smart with who he's becoming friends with. Yeah. And I believe he'll be very successful because he's a very good like camera presence, you know. So I'm sure, you know, his streaming algorithm score will be slightly better than most people. What exactly she does? Oh, iDoc. She basically just chats for hours and hours about whatever. Also talks about eye doctor stuff every once in a while, gives eye care advice for fun, but then she just basically talks about her dating life and her dog and her family and just chatting about life, interacting with the community. Just hanging out and talking or whatever. So many people want to fake it before they make it and they destroy their brand reputation before they get good at doing it. The only real way to survive is to be 100% honest and truth matters. Yes. In trading, yes. In trading, don't lie about your gains. People will stay longer if you're losing a trade and they're watching you lose the trade and they're watching you work your way out of it. Like nothing builds more. Like sometimes I tell you guys, okay, let me tell you one of my secrets. Okay. And I told you all this in the boot camp yesterday. Sometimes I'll take trades even when there's a catalyst, right? Because it's unsexy to sit out. But I'll take micro trades to assist the algo. Because when you guys watch me make a trade, even if it's a bad trade or a trade with low probability, you get to watch me work it. And when I'm committed to a trade, you're committed to the stream because you want to see how it turns out. Even when I'm losing, if I happen to lose with grace or I actually turn a loser into a winner, the storybook effect of that, people like that. So being honest is the biggest thing you can do, especially when you're losing. Nothing builds better engagement more than honesty in your losses. People love it when you're real and people hate it when you're not. Yeah. Exposing my thought process is sexy. Oh yeah. Have I been getting baited by Matt all this time? Hell no. I mostly sit out when I need to. But if you see me taking micros during a risky trade, normally like real Matt that wasn't streaming probably wouldn't deal with it. But if I have a trade that's like, okay, maybe it's like 50-50, it's a coin flip, let me take it with micros. Then I can add to it if it falls. I'm still trading smart. I'm just taking more trades than I usually would take because I'm streaming. But yeah, 100%. Like, you show your losses and people are like, oh, that's so cool. They show their losses. There's a lot of trust that comes with that. People know that it's confidence in that. Like, you know, it's like you spill your drink on your pants and it looks like you wet yourself and you get up and you're like, and then you run out of the bar. People are going to laugh at you. But if you get up and you go, and you take another beer and pour it over your head, people will laugh with you instead of laugh at you. And it's seen as confidence, right? Going through troubles and you show off that you don't care and you're confident. People like that. And if you're confident in your skills and you like end your stream because you're losing, yeah, that builds no trust with the community. I see a lot of streamers do that. Once they're losing, they're like, the stream just magically cuts off, or they hide it on their screen and then they disappear and then come back later and shrug it off. No, like if you have a big losing day, like Rips, I respect all the time. He's like, I lost 40K today or whatever, and posts it straight up. No, it doesn't even care what people think. Like, that's how you build a community, especially with trading. People really like that you win and lose because that's real. It's reality. They win and lose too. You don't see me just taking a screenshot of just the green and ignoring the red. Here's the red from today. That one wasn't that good. The idea is that show off what you do. Oops. And people are like so afraid to say it. Like, oh yeah, like this account's about to blow up. This is one of my funded next evals. It hasn't gone funded yet. I had 250Ks that were live, and then I got payouts, and then they went back to starting point, and then I busted them. They were the no DLL accounts, and then I took the 250s and instead bought 100, and that was an eval that had all this fat that I screwed up today at the start of the day. You're like, oh yeah, that's me too. I lose sometimes, and then you're like, okay, this guy's being truthful about it. That's very helpful to be honest in your trading. And then every once in a while, people are afraid of the impression, like, oh, this person can't see me lose. I gotta lie. People that do that get chastised. Remember, Danny Trades got completely screwed over by doing that. Photoshopped his report to show he made money because he was scared to show people he lost $100,000 or whatever on a trade. So completely fabricated his P&L to say that he won. If I were to lose $100,000 in a trade, I would love to tell people, hey, I lost $100,000 in a trade. You know why? Because people will be like, damn, this guy has $100,000 to lose. Shit, I want to watch him. Like, you have to be an idiot to not understand the benefit of showing your losses. Like, wow, this person's got 10K to lose. Damn, I want to be like them. They don't say, oh, they lost 10K. This guy's the worst. I'm never going to watch him. Maybe 1 out of 1,000 people will be stupid like that. How was he caught? How did Danny get caught? I caught him. Well, in secret. Nobody knew I'm the one that caught him. But Pat exposed him, but I was the one messaging Pat all the stuff. A couple of us independently caught him, but yeah, that was me who did it. The numbers didn't match up. The expectancy was negative with a positive P&L. I'm the first person that started telling everybody about that. I messaged Pat. I go, this math doesn't add up. I didn't tell you guys that at the time, but yeah, that was me who called out the BS on that. But I told people about it. I was like, this isn't right. And then when the new evidence came out, the 9s didn't line up. Yeah, that was me too. But I wasn't trying to go after anybody. But in the mix of everybody calling each other out, I just basically looked at everything and I was like, yeah, this doesn't add up. And then I was doing the math on it. Yeah, I sent Pat a spreadsheet with the calculations in it. I was like, look, here's the numbers. Like, I'm not picking sides. I just do the math. I'm the nerdy guy with the spreadsheet. I wasn't trying to hurt anybody or harm anybody, but I was just like, this is the math. This is what it says. I didn't tell anybody to expose anybody, post anybody. It's just all done in secret, like, here's the math. This is the truth. And people acted on their own. I had no part in a witch hunt. I had no part in calling anybody out. I take a neutral stance, but truth is important to me. So people ask me to do the math sometimes and check on stuff. The math, yeah. Oh, so my profit history is not today, Arnie. That's the total account history of my Tradeify accounts. That's total. So every trade since February, the total that I've made with one firm. I've just been cataloging the history total. I wouldn't say Pat and I are friends. We're just colleagues. Like I've never really hung out with them or whatever. We just chat online just like anyone else. But all the bigs are kind of cool with each other, and we just chat online on occasion about whatever. I actually helped him design his computers, or actually I helped him with BDH when he was building it out. I went shopping with him online to buy his computers for his office for all his employees. He was like, bro, what's a good computer? This is what I'm trying to get it to do. People know I'm nerds at that stuff, so I bought all the computers, or I picked out all the computers for BDH. That's my one claim to fame with Pat, I guess. He was like, which computers are good for this? Because, you know, I'm like the guy that builds computers. Everyone knows that. So all of the trading stations they have, I picked out those computers with him. Like he was like, which ones are better? Like, what do you recommend? He's like, you know, I got money to spend, but I don't want to like buy something that's overkill that I don't need to buy. And is this good enough? And I was like, here, check these out. And we were looking at like different websites because he was trying to build a bunch of trading stations for people. And so I helped him with that. But Alienwares, yeah, that's what I recommended. We were looking at Dell and Alienware at the time. We were just looking for building like a bunch of trading stations, but it wasn't like high-end gaming machines. So, do I trade crypto? I don't know. But yeah, so anytime it comes down to math or, you know, somebody's posting something and like, here's a P&L or here's a whatever, you know, I love digging through the math and seeing if they're being truthful or not. But I never take like, I never really like engage in any kind of drama or anything. Like when people are like trying to bait me into it, I never do it. I never talk smack behind the scenes. I never go after anybody. I always am like super neutral about it. I'm like, hey, here's the data, you know, take a look at it. Yeah, this doesn't add up. But I'm never one to like really go out there and go after people. It's never been my thing. I try to stay as neutral as I can, but also, you know, be fair to the community. You know, there's a lot of people pulling the wool over each other's eyes. And right now I'm not trading anything. Right now I'm waiting for the day to close out. I've kind of maxed out on all my accounts that I can do. I could maybe reset this one. This one has like $500 till it blows up. Maybe I can reset this one and maybe I can make my first trade on it. This is my one eval. My funded next. These are two funded. This is the eval that I grabbed the dip earlier today, and it was almost halfway to passing, and I basically given up most of it. It's got like $500 to bust. I can just reset that one. Port it. Well, yeah, that's probably right, Keith. I could full port it with the last $500. Let's which direction should I full port it long? Agree, port it. Maybe I'll port it tonight. If I get a dip, I'll port it. To short. It's Friday. Oh, that is true. Yeah, I guess I can't do anything tonight. It is Friday, huh? All right, guys. What should I port it on? Resilience is positive. Let's look at the clues. Let's look at Nasdaq again. Oh, Nasdaq is pulling back down to bull zone. Should I? Should I grab it on bull zone? YOLO. Hold on. Let me. All right. Wish me luck. Bull zone bottom support. Okay. All right. Might as well. You guys are right. All right. What's the worst that can happen? I reset it anyways. Okay. Alrighty, let's do it. Let me get an entry, but I don't want to long it at bull zone though. Man, I'd love to get it at bear zone though, to be honest. Maybe MOC comes through and we drop. That'd be kind of nice. Let me hold off. Let me hold off for something better. People asking me in chat if so-and-so is real or so-and-so is real as a trader. Look, do your own homework. If somebody's real, they'll show you historic performance. They'll show you broker statements. They'll show you, here's my month of performance. They'll show you gains. If anybody out there is showing you just what they made today or just showing payouts, not showing you, here's the history of the account, they're all lying. Don't trust anybody. This world is full of lying traders or paper traders convincing you they're real. They're not showing you a broker statement. They're not showing historic performance. They're not showing you, here's how much I made with Tradeify. Here's how much I made with Top Step. Here's how much I've made this year. They're all lying. So if you guys are questioning anybody and they haven't shown that, they're lying. The best way to build a brand is to fucking show that stuff and show that you do it well. Here's my history with Tradeify. You guys have all seen it. That's it. Why you wouldn't show the history is because you don't have history to show. There's nobody that would put a camera on their face and be like, I'm private with my stuff. I'm just a private person. That's why I don't show my stats. You got a fucking camera on your face. How private are you? Liar. Private my ass. So I'm trying to tell people. Like, it's the weirdest excuse in the world. Yeah. Oh, I'm just private. I'm a private person, so I don't show my history. Yeah. Well, you got a camera on your face and you blast on social media all day long. That's the biggest amount of privacy bullshit I've ever heard in my life. Goofy stuff. So like, yeah, no, if you have amazing history and you show it, people will watch you. So that's it. Show us, somebody saying, show me your history. Every stream has been the history. I've been showing you guys. Oh, here's my, like I said, I'm on a 13-day winning streak. Here's my Tradeify. This is just what I have open right here, but this is my Tradeify for this month. This is Tradeify. This is Tradeify. So I've got, so this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 5 days in June. I'm on a 13-day winning streak. Yeah. So that's my Tradeify. So if somebody doesn't show you history, they don't got it. That's it. There's no like, well, maybe they're just an honest person. That's bullshit. If you're trying to grow a brand, you show your history and you're good. Nothing grows a brand faster than being good at what you do and showing it. Show my search history. Oh no, you guys don't want to see that. You guys don't want to see what kind of stuff I watch on the sidelines. Or maybe you do. I don't know. Y'all are a bunch of degens. I never want to show that. Is Tradeify gonna let me go live soon? They can either move me early or I need to get to $80,000 in payouts, which I'm at 50,000 now. 50-ish thousand. I think I'm at 53 now. When you go to 80, they push you live automatically, but they can push you live early. But Brett hasn't pushed me live yet, and I don't know if I'm gonna get the early call. They can, but historically with Tradeify, they usually don't push you to live early. They usually make you go the whole gambit of getting the max amount. You think I should grind it back on that eval? Do you think we tap half gap again? Maybe so. Yeah, it'd be kind of nice. I'd love to hit liquidity pocket one more time though. Is that per account? No, that's total. That's all accounts. This one? This is all my accounts. Yeah. So this is like my 5 active accounts that I have. So it's just been, say, like every day after the other. So sometimes when I have like, this isn't showing my funded next or my funded futures, right? So like all, this is just Tradeify. This is just one of the props. It's like the 5 accounts you see me take a picture of. This is the Tradeify's. Oh, per live. No, 80,000 total. Sorry, Ken. 80,000 total payouts. So like I'm sitting with like, minus the 53 I've made, and a lot of it was on busted accounts that aren't around anymore, like early on. The net standing balance I have plus the payouts from busted accounts is 190,000 right now, and I'm just trying to make my way to payouts and withdraw the last 30K so I can go live. Yeah. So it's 80K in payouts total. So it just depends on how you get it. It can be all in one account. It can be and mix of all accounts. 80K total. So yeah, that's just a journal. Show us statements. Are you just having fun and trolling, or are you actually want me to show you? This is Tradeify. You can't modify that. This is from their website. That's legit. There's not a journal. I can't enter anything that's connected to the account. If you're just joking around, but if you're being serious, you can't modify that on Tradeify. Everybody here can tell you that. How many accounts bought? Like 40 million. You can show me how to edit it. Well, I mean, I can edit it probably using the browser if I wanted to. Yeah, you can edit anything in a browser, but it's simply not edited for sure. I mean, Brett Simba did tweet at me live soon. Obviously, that's not something you would just say. Yeah, you can edit anything in the browser, I guess. My strategy is hard to implement intraday drawdown. It's not really. You just have to go for one-to-one setups, and you have to basically go for just small base hits. You can't go for like big 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 trades. You have to basically take non-volatile, long-only trades, high monthly hedge pressure, bears on top, bulls on bottoms only. That's it. You can't do any of the B setups or nothing. Yeah. So Tradeify is a prop firm, and this is prop firm trading. So there are technically no statements for prop firms. It's not a real brokerage account. An extra 15K a month streaming YouTube. Oh, no. I don't. Are you kidding? 15K a month? No, it's 150K a month. That's about what I pull in. 15K, come on. Really? I pull in about 150K a month. I pulled in. Yeah. Not from YouTube, from everything I do. Like prop firm wise and payout wise and YouTube wise. And oh, here we go. All right, full port time, baby. Let's go. Let's hit it. I don't know what's going on here, but we're hitting bear zone top. Let me tap it one more time. No, not from YouTube, no. Yeah. Goals be yapping. Now, most of my other stuff is from it's like trading payouts. I mean, I work for my funded futures. Like clearly, I work for a couple of prop firms. I get paid in all of it that I work for. Not all the prop firms I work with I get paid, but some of them I get paid. Then, Rocket Scooter is a business. And well, I didn't even tell you guys what Rocket Scooter makes, but I'm saying my combination of just Matt plus YouTube plus everything correlated to Matt and Matt's YouTube. Yeah. That's about what it is. It's 6 figures a month every month. That's not including trading. But the reason I don't talk about that much because it's like I don't feel like it's necessary to brag, but you asked, so there you go. All right. I'm gonna tap it. Let's tap it. Ghouls be talking. All right, let's go. let's go. Ready to blow this up. All right. Let's go. All right. I'm in. What's he saying? We're back down to bear zone top. Can I get the EST? Can I get it? All right. Wish me luck. All right, let's go. Let's go. Hold it. What the hell is he saying though? Res is now negative again. Boo. Your AMP setup took a really long time. Should expect that long from the response. See me credentials? No, it shouldn't be. Should you start the inquiry now? Yeah, no, get in touch with them now. Oh, that didn't work. No, the account went bust. That didn't work. That's okay. I had $500 to play with. The overshoot got me. That's all right. That's all right. We good. What the hell's homeboy saying? What are you saying? Where's my news over here? Where is my news? All right. Well, the overshoot got me. That's okay. I'll just reset that account. Start over on Monday. Like, let me load it back up again. What is this? I did grab it with my funded futures though, because that's the only one I can still make money on. I grabbed it with 2, right at bears on top. Playing with profit, but I know that's risky. That's why I want to read the news really quick. We're gonna end. If we're gonna end an environment where prices start rising again, I'll be nervous. New tariffs could delay rate cuts. That's just one of their. So remember, the Fed has 7 members who don't think we should be having rate cuts this year, but the majority of members think we should. I grabbed the dip in the prop account. The one of them, it busted, but my funded futures I grabbed with 2 NASDAQ contracts, and that's up $600. Let's go. All right, that one's off screen though. It's on a browser instead of a DOM, so it's the browser version. I'm gonna trade just right here to maybe EST. Speaking of, should we? Should we? Should we? Let's finish off strong, baby. Hold on. The overshoot got me at $500. That's it. It was like right on the edge. EST, EST, EST. Every single time. Every single time. Anybody trade this? Up $1,000. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Bulls the top. 981. 981. Let's go. 981. Let's go. $1,200. Let's go. Dude, I made this trade 3 times today. It's fucking incredible. Every single time. Come on, 81, 81, 81. He's still talking though. All right, let me trim down to 1. All right, I'm trimmed down to 1. I'll hold a runner for the last 10 points. Just $200, whatever. I love this song so much, man. Wait, hold on. The good luck fan. I can take it again one more time. What is so? Goolsby is one of the of the Fed members. You read the dot plot. There's 7 members. Back in December, there were 4 members that didn't think we need rate cuts this year. There are 7 members now since the last dot plot, the one that came out just recently, that said we need no rate cuts as well. So 3 new members are now in the no rate cut camp. But 2/3 of the Fed committee believes we still need rate cuts this year. 2/3 of them believe 1 this year. They also believe 2 next year, so 3 total. The majority of Fed participants before Trump took office believed we needed 2 this year and 4 next year. So the consensus is we have a total of 3 fewer rate cuts total over the last 2 years because of the inflation numbers from the tariffs. So Goolsby is one of the people that's fearing the side, but he doesn't represent the majority of the Fed. Majority of the Fed still believes they have a rate cut this year, and as early as July is what some of them have said we could be getting it. Wall Street's pricing in a September rate cut, though. Let's see if we get it. He is certainly saying ES take or ES Tate, right? Maybe he's like ES Tay. Maybe it's like a British accent or something. All right, the whoosh fan is our good luck fan that's blowing good positive air towards this. All right, you guys, should we play another song? The EST song is my favorite song ever, but we have some other songs. Maybe it's saying taint. Speaking of taint. All right. We got to play Junkie Song again. Talk about gurus, man. Your trades are whack and they stink. I opened up your stream, it smells like taint. Get a whiff of taint. Come on, get there. 81. Guys, don't forget to sub to the channel. Let's do a My Fun and Futures giveaway, by the way. Hold on, not yet, but when I hit my trade, we'll finish up the stream with My Fun because we have 500 viewers here now. That's good. This is my fuck you to fake gurus song. That's so funny. All right, next green candle, I'll take it. I'm 6 points away. Give me the green. I'm like 6 points away. I'm just gonna take profit. I know I'm getting out early. I don't even care. Come on, get it. All right, done. Out. Done. I'm done. Whatever. Via free, just watch the stream in its entirety. I go over it a lot, or just be here tomorrow. I'll explain it, like, or be here Monday morning or Monday afternoon. I'll go through it. Nice trade? Yeah, thank you. Good day. Man, EST, guys. I've traded liquidity, pocket, and QQQ all day long, man. This has been paying out like crazy. Although, eval account busted. It didn't work. That's the problem with the YOLO. I got the overshoot killed me. I grabbed 2 just to YOLO. I probably should have grabbed the 1. Whatever. All right, guys. All right, everybody type in My Fun and Futures in chat. We'll do a My Fun and Futures giveaway. Let me give away 250K starters. How about that? You guys get started with those guys who've used My Fun and Futures. They currently have a deal going on right now. If you use the Rocket Scooter code, it is 50% off your first account with them. And only one-time use. 50% off is awesome. And it lasts until the end of July. So if you guys haven't picked up your 50% off and bought an expert with it, What are you waiting for? The best account in the business of all accounts out there. No DLL, no consistency. Straight up. My Fund and Futures experts are the top of the line prop accounts compared to all other prop firms out there. The rules are amazing. Even Tops has 50% consistency. My Fund and Futures has none. Can't beat that. All right. MFFU. We'll give away 2 starter accounts. You guys can check them out if you've never used them before. Starters are like really good. They're end of the day drawdown accounts. Okay. All right, type MFFU in chat. I'm going to spin the wheel twice and 2 lucky people will win. Let's put on 1 random song from the song submissions. We have this song submission channel on our Discord. We do this contest we're going to start doing it like twice a year. And winners of this contest actually get lifetime membership. So let me pick one at random. Pick you? Okay, we'll pick you. That's cool, but it's not giveaway worthy. That's like, we have one called the giveaway song, don't we? That's right. I love this song. That's the one. Let's play this one. Two My Fund and Future 50K starters coming out. Off the cam, winner number 1. Type something in chat. Type your name in chat or type something. Congrats. I'll tell you in a minute how to claim their prize. So you guys come to our stream. We do giveaways every single day. The more you use our code, we also do more giveaways with it. We've been able to talk our partners into giving us 100 counts a month. I buy 20 extra. We give away a straight to funded account every single day. They hit 1,000 viewers in the morning. Peter D. Congrats. Let's get ready for the giveaway one more time. Shout out to the squad, y'all made the grind. Look at all this real money I have. Real fake money. It's definitely authentic fake money. It says the quality is really bad. Congrats, Peter. Congrats off the cam. You guys are the 2 winners today. Here's how you get your winning accounts. Big vibes, big wins, it's so fun. It's the giveaway. Free stuff coming your way. Step 1, subscribe to the stream. Step 2, like the stream. Step 3, go to your YouTube and take a screenshot of your ID from your perspective on your YouTube. Go to my Discord. Go to the contest channel. Look for an admin named Slacks, S-L-A-C-K-S. Send them a message. Show them that picture. Have an account ready that you already make an account with My Fund and Futures. Then you need to give Slacks your email address that you made your account with. And when all those pieces line up, he'll get you your account by tomorrow. Congrats, guys. Giveaway is over. Wow, how many times do you want to enter, Slylesh? Only need to type it once. Trust me. Hold on. I pick up the money. It's bad luck to have money on the floor. I always got it. After the party, I always got to pick it up. Oh. This money it's definitely gotten its $10 worth of value. I use this thing like every day. It's funny because the housekeeper was cleaning the other day. I think she knew it was prop money, but she like picked it up and handed it to me, gave me a look like, why you got money laying all over the floor? Like looking at me like I was some kind of like, you know, make it rain kind of guy. She gave me like a side-eye look, like suspicious. She thought I was testing her. No, she more was like looking at me like I was an idiot. Kind of like, come on, you're too nerdy to be like throwing, you know, to be making it rain money. It was kind of like, you're not cool enough to have money on the floor. Kind of look. Kind of like a, You guys were saying the other day, it's really funny. No, she has never stolen one of my spoons or forks. I had this theory that my last house, the housekeeping service I used, I swear they were stealing my silverware. How do I know? I don't know. But over time, I was realizing I had fewer and fewer forks and spoons. And I was like, well, maybe I'm taking them places or like, you know, cooking places and leaving them there, but we weren't leaving anywhere. And I had a whole silverware set. By the end of me living at that place, I had 1 fork left out of the, I don't know, 12 or however many came in the set. My theory was either A, the housekeepers were, you know, or one of the housekeepers was acquiring my stuff a fork at a time. Because the only person was coming in the house, realizing we wouldn't notice, and now they have a good silverware set. Or they were throwing it away because they hated me just to troll me. Because we also had, you know, like you ever go to Asian restaurants, you know, the little plastic white Asian soup spoon with the lip that sits on the edge of your pho bowl. We had some soup spoons like that, and I had a set of like 6, and they all disappeared. Like, and I thought, okay, maybe they threw them away because they thought they were to-go spoons or whatever. They look like it. But those spoons disappeared, and so did my expensive silverware. And I didn't finally call shenanigans. I always suspected something was up until a whole bottle of cologne went missing. At that point, I called the service and I was like, I think somebody's stealing from me. I have a whole bottle of cologne missing. And I was like certain, I was like, before I call them and complain, I was like, you know, iDoc, did we put this anywhere? She's like, no, we haven't been anywhere. You don't use that cologne anymore. It hasn't left your bathroom. And I was like, yeah, it's like one of the ones I don't even use anymore. And so now I'm like, okay, somebody's taking something. My kid was throwing them in the trash. Definitely not. Definitely not. But would it have been better if they added 1 fork or spoon a day? Yeah. Yeah, you missed the giveaway, unfortunately. My Discord costs $200. No, my Discord doesn't cost anything. The trading platform is $99 a month and $159 each month after. Discord is just for people that have bought our service. It's like for members of the subscribers to the platform or members of the bootcamp. Which, by the way, there's no bootcamp on Fridays, you guys, so we're off today. What happened to the Harley keys? Dude, I don't even know where they are. That's true. Are they even up here anymore? Did iDoc secretly give them back to the person she's cheating on me with? I don't see them on my desk. Maybe she gave them back. Plot says it was iDoc the whole time. Throwing them away so that I buy her a really nice new set of silverware? Probably so. Because we did go get a nice new set. It did force me to spend like $600 more on new silverware. Maybe she hated the old ones. Maybe she was mad, just threw away a fork a day. But yeah, like every week, I looked everywhere. I'm like, am I putting the forks somewhere? And when I moved out, I was like, if I move out, the forks got to turn up. And they didn't. Like, we went through everything. And I was like, all right. So I've been stealing my forks and my soup spoons and now my cologne. So the service, the housekeeping service I use is really nice to replace the cologne. Even though I made sure to say, I have no evidence that anybody at your place took this. I'm just alerting you just in case, you know, you guys wanted to know. I was like, don't fire anybody over this. As things have turned up missing in the house, just, you know, for your own quality control. That way you're paying attention. So I'm not accusing you of stealing. They're like, oh, well, we'll replace it anyways. And I was like, no, you don't have to replace it. They're like, no, we will. What kind of cologne was it? We'll get you another bottle. Don't even worry. Could have accidentally thrown it away or something. I made sure to like not get anybody fired over it for sure. I was like, I just have some stuff that's turned up missing. Have you guys ever? They're like, no, we do background checks, and you know, we send teams of people over there so they keep an eye on each other, but we can't discount that somebody didn't take something. But we'll take note and make sure we, you know, keep an eye on the people that have been doing your stuff. And if we listen to other reports from other houses, then we'll know. I was very concerned with like, I hope my report doesn't get anybody fired because I know they're hardworking people trying to feed their families. And I'm not like a fucking Karen about it. But the cologne was like what caused me to call. I was like, I'm missing a bottle of cologne. So even so, I'll be honest with you guys. I kind of don't even care. I'm very wealthy. And if somebody's stealing a bottle of my colognes, they can give their kids something, or stealing silverware to feed their family. Please take my silverware. I don't actually fucking care. Squeeze, looking good. You know what I mean? I get it. Life is hard for some people. Whatever. It's not really big of a deal. I'll just buy new silverware. $600 on silverware? Sur la table, dude. That's not like, it's like $300. It was like with steak knives or knives and all that. Hold on. I swear it was like $600 after taxes. You get like, look, dude, look at their website, bro. It's like, yeah, that's what I thought too. I hadn't bought silverware in a million years, and that was my cheap shit from Bed Bath & Beyond that I got like a long time ago when I got my first apartment, probably out of college. And then you go shopping like an adult, and this shit right here, like upwards of $1,000 for a set, like $600 for a set. No, I wished off knives. I have really good cooking knives, by the way. But then you go like back in the day when I used to buy all my stuff from Bed Bath & Beyond when I was younger, cheap stuff. I'm like, okay, but then you want to get like fancy, expensive stuff. Look at this price, $800, $1,000 for silverware set. I'm not kidding. $600 is like mid-range, dude, at Sur La Table or Williams Sonoma, whatever showed up. Look at this, $700. Yeah, I used to silverware costing like $50 from Walmart, right? Exactly. I spelled Walmart wrong. Yeah, exactly. LOL. Yeah, I think I got my silverware set for like $75 and maybe at Bed Bath & Beyond, 20 years ago. Looking good. Was it Special Cologne, the Sex Panther? Oh no, it wasn't that one. You keep looking for a high quality spork, like an actual spork that's made of titanium. That'd be so awesome. And it was actual silverware that you had. That'd be pretty cool. How did my trades go today? Just woke up. Pretty good. I think I was up like 14K or something by the end of the day. I grabbed this last little dip here just in my funded futures, which is about $1,200. That account's up $3,000 today. A little bit over $3,000. You be at Home Goods. Dude, we got... iDoc was at Home Goods yesterday. We go to Home Goods like 3 times a week. We're decking out our house right now. We get all, I want to show you guys a picture. Maybe I'll post it in Discord. She built me this Zen room in our movie theater room. Instead of us turning it into like a giant theater, we just put our theater downstairs. I have this, we're going to have like tapestries on the walls and bamboo on the floor. And like, she went about all kind of like candles and Zenful knickknacks and stuff at Home Goods. We love Home Goods for sure. JPAL news. We had one of the Fed speakers was talking. That's what it was. Just caused a little volatility to end the day. Wait, Papa Bear is resigning. Wait, who? Powell considering resigning? Oh, really? Just tired of Trump? Pulte, FHFA chair. Pulte engaged by reports that I'm encouraged by reports that Jerome Powell is considering resigning. I think he will be the right decision for America. Considering resigning. I don't think that's going to do anything to the market other than there would be somebody that would be pro rate cut, one of Trump's people. Like, if he's considering resigning, what does like Trump have pictures of him in a furry costume or something at a My Little Pony convention? What has he got? The people with the trench coat that visited him in his car in the garage, what do they have in that manila folder? Powell was like, Stonewall Powell wasn't going to budge for nothing. You know what I'm saying? They got pictures of him at the furry convention. What the hell? No, it's a video. Oh, even better. We got videos of you as a birthday party clown on the side. Actually, that wouldn't be too bad. You want these videos of you to get out? Mr. Heart Fox, huh? You want to wag your tail anymore? All right, don't let the videos get out. I'm sorry. He was not going to resign, but maybe he's just buckling. Like lately, like 8 years ago, when Trump used to muscle Powell would basically just tell him to fuck off. I mean, he was like very stern. These days, he's been really weak about the subject. When people ask him about Trump, he gets very defensive and he gets very aggravated. You can tell. It's different than his mentality was a long time ago. Like he's succumbing to the pressure. He used to just be like, no, the job of the Federal Reserve is not to care. We have our own independent job because what the president says. And now when they say, well, what about Trump? He'll go, I'm not talking about that next. So I feel like they've been muscling Powell pretty hard. And I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but you can tell his demeanor is very like nervous around the subject material. I don't even know. Was the app that I was using earlier? It's called Sesame AI, SESAME. You're gonna have to Lake Tahoe for the day? Oh, Chris, that sounds fun, man. Have a good day. Have a good weekend, dude. How's the new laptop? The laptop I got is pretty good, Shannon. I got the MSI, the new MSI Raider with the 5090. It's amazing. Let me show you the one I got. No way. There's no way it's on sale at Best Buy for 3,300 bucks. If it is, get it. Wait, hold on. Let me double check. Hold on. So when I got it, I found a deal for $1,000 off. I bought it for $5 grand, and then from the website on pre-release, this is it. And then I found it at Micro Center. They had it for like $4 grand, and I went and immediately bought the one at Micro Center and sent this one back for the $1,000 rebate. So this is the one I got, the MSI Raider with the 5090. It's really good. However, hold up. There's no way this is the same one. And I got the Intel, the 285, but the Ryzen's pretty good too. There's no way it's 33. If it's 3,300 bucks, go get it. Hold up. This is not the same one, is it? Where's the, hold on. This is the Ryzen version. Even so, that's not, hold on. MSI 5090. I got a 5090 so I can do 4K gaming with it. Hold on. Let me see if it's discounted anywhere. Hold on. No, maybe I don't think that's it. So I can find him. It's at Adorama. I don't know what this is, but this one says it's 4,000 bucks. Is that the same one? No, that's the 5080. Oh, okay, that's why. No 5090 on that one. But no, I've always used MSI laptops. I've loved them. The case is really cool. It's like an Alienware, just slightly cheaper. Well, it used to be. Now it's actually the same price. But it just depends on what you're doing. You don't need a 5090 unless you're doing 4K gaming. And 5080 is more than enough. I got a 5080 in this computer, the desktop. And it's very good. Micro Center will price match for 30 days. Oh, very nice. 5080 versus 90. The 5090 is insanely good. I think it's 20% better than the 5080. It's huge. There's like a huge... Does that thing get hot? The laptop? Not really. The MSI has a really good cooling system, especially on the newer ones. It's got very good ventilation. And I use it like on a mount. I don't ever hold it on my lap, but yeah, as far as laptops goes, I've always loved MSI. Was like Alienware for 10% off, basically, like the same stuff, just without the high-end price tag. And the laptops, I never had problems with them. This is my third MSI laptop, and they've all lasted pretty well. But for me, since when I travel, I like to stream and I like to also game, I always get the highest end laptop. Since this computer I'm on now doesn't do much gaming, I only got a 5080 for this one. My MSI laptop does all my gaming over there. And the laptop, even the laptop 5090 is like a clipped version of the real 5090. It's not as strong. But even the 5090 laptop is godly powerful. It gets like 200 frames cyberpunk on super psycho settings, full ray tracing. Laptop running 200 frames a second in 4K. So you build your own desktops for trading? Yeah, very cool. The MSI laptop, I think of all the laptops out there, has the coolest case. That's why I originally got turned on to it. They have really cool looking cases and they have really cool lighting effects on the cases. The screen quality is very good. The guts are the same as any other laptop, you know, motherboard and RAM and CPU is all the same brands as everyone else. When are we doing the hardware giveaway? That's a good question. Should I do a computer hardware giveaway of my old stuff? IDOC's been telling me she wants to sell it. My 3080 Ti's and all that. MSI boards are good. They're very good. Yeah, of all the products out there, I've never really had an issue with anything MSI has made. Their monitors are actually really good too. I have a MSI Quantum Dot OLED right here, the one in front of me. It's a good one. Super quick response. Like their monitors are really nice, and they're also somewhat cheaper than the Samsungs and Sonys of the world. So it's like the same guts on the inside. They have a very nice quantum dot if you like it. You want the free monitor? Nice. Do I recommend Alienware? I don't. I mean, if you like the brand, yeah. But it's expensive for the sake of being expensive. If you want to have Alienware, there's nothing wrong with it. It's great, but it's also somewhat pricier because they can get away with it. I usually build all my computers, so all my components I build and I buy individually. But when I buy laptops, I always just get MSI instead of Alienware. You're going to save a little bit of money for the same stuff. And I think it looks cooler. Dell is good for its warranty and customer service. I had a Dell laptop a long time ago, and it was one of the ones that was a laptop that you could flip the screen around and then close it and it's a tablet. And that thing would break all the time, and Dell would send people to your house to fix it for you. That was kind of a cool service. So they would just show up, and then they'd take your laptop and they would just fix it right there on your counter and be done with it. Opinions on Samsung S90D TV. Let me look that one up. What size are you getting? It's not bad. I wonder let me see what the difference is in some of these. Difference between, okay, let me see the difference. Difference between S90D and S90F. Let's look at the comparison, because I just bought the S90F, which I love, and I think it's great. Let me see what the main difference between the two of them are. Let's see. Can I get the differences? Okay. Same processor, same resolution. Sound is slightly different. What is the major difference? Okay, let's see the differences here. Let's go to Reddit. You'll get the best answers on Reddit. It's significantly better for the price difference. I don't understand how it's better though. What's better about it? And the contrast is better. Okay, it's a glossy S95D. That's not true. The S90F, the one that I got, is not glossy. The one I got, it has a non-glossy surface. That's actually why I got it. I got like the only quantum dot that they make that doesn't have a glossy surface. Yeah, the S90 series is really good. I have one, so it's good. Yeah, I can't. It's a cheaper line, but it's probably really good. It's their OLED. The S90 is their OLED. So I don't know the difference between D and F other than maybe the internals might be slightly better contrast or something. I don't know, but I'm sure the D is going to be fantastic. Which R&R do I suggest for a beginner? I don't really suggest an R&R. Like the market's going to tell you what you're going to get. The market sets that for you. You really don't pick that. And it doesn't have to do with being a beginner or being an intermediate or advanced trader. Just because you're advanced, you don't take different R&Rs. You should trade what you trade the same, no matter if you're beginner or advanced. I've been on here for an hour. Do I give a read of the market? Anything chart related? I do, but the market's closed in like 15 minutes. So there's nothing to do other than respond and do trading. I've been talking about market all day. I stream all day in the morning and I give very awesome market commentary all day. End of the day is just finishing out the trading day if there's anything. Reading the news and nothing's been really happening, so I haven't done much. But yeah. This is a Friday, slow news day, nothing much, but in the morning, Victoria will be like essentially at the market open and I show all my trades on the stream. You can watch all the trades I do. And then today we are like make like a 14K day today, which is kind of nice. Yeah, all day, all week. But 20 minutes left in the market. We're just waiting for the MOC, which starts in 7 minutes. Does my fund of futures have DCA rules? I don't think they do. Let me double check. Maybe you guys might be able to know if I can look. DCA rules. There's nothing in the help center on it. Let me look it up. Prohibited trading practices. Let's see if they have it. Yeah, I don't see anything on it. I never thought that they did, but again, the prop firms always change their rules so much. There's still nothing on it, so you should be fine. Oh, somebody said, yeah, no DCA rules at my funded. Yep. Do I have an MOC strategy? Right. So I look for high volume pivots for it to tap. If MOC taps any one of my high volume pivots, I can definitely go in on it. If it falls to here, I can buy the dip. If it breaks through here, I can chase the long. I don't think we're selling off into the day. I think we're going to close long and strong though. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I usually will let it dip and grab a dip. So if we hit that, I could probably take that. All right, let me go reset this account that I busted. LOL. Maybe I can reset it and then... Oh, shoot. Do I have a meeting today? Hold up. Done. All right, 3 minutes left. Enjoy y'all's weekend, you guys. And I'm gonna see, maybe I can make a. Maybe I can make a trade on MOC on the new account. Let me reset this one. This little eval. I didn't make it. I got it chopped up. Sad day. All right. Okay. Would I long? Yeah, I would. I long EST. Yep. Have a good weekend. All right, Dave. See you later, bud. I think we should be all right. Back live on Monday? Yep, I'll be back Monday morning, baby. Every day. All day, every day. All right, we got 1 minute till the action. Let's see how this turns out. I have a feeling with this type of movement that we've had all day today, the market's got some pent up frustration. I feel like MOC is going to be very violent and pick a very solid direction. I feel like it's going to move. I'm talking like move quick. I feel like this is not going to be a stable, clean close. Whether it's up, whether it's down, I think MOC is going to be violent. There is no VIX. There's no volatility. The market's been trying to sell all day. I think it's going to make it like a defining move. Let's see. We just now got it. Now it's the market kicking off. Let's have an exciting move. Let's see if it just freaking rockets to the moon in the last hour or sells off. One of the two. Which one can it be? Is it the downward pressure? Resiliences are positive, placing a half gap. I think it's going to be, I felt like it's going to be a pretty violent close, but we'll see. That's a little more mild than I thought. Where's the big sell-off? Let's get it. It's lighter volume than I was expecting. And the obvious trade was that it was going to sell off probably. Watch it just recover and give you like the big FU green candle. Let's get it. No trade for me on this one. Nothing on it. Watching my tick chart off to the side. I like watching the tick chart just to kind of see the order flow. This is kind of my way of doing it. I have a 25 tick chart that I use. VIX is barely moving. Yeah, that's not going to do anything. Just like low volume. Very low volume. The market's kind of like sealed the deal right here. Fun day, you guys. Had a great time. Hopefully you guys had a good time too. Don't forget to sub to the channel while I got you here. No boot camp on Fridays, by the way. Yeah. Hey, Vision, thank you so much. You guys are the best. Have a great day, great week, great weekend, you guys. Maybe you get a big old rocket candle. Let's get that rocket candle to start the day off. But yeah, probably nothing happening. Come on, give us the green. Let's like watch. Can we close at high of day? That'd be so awesome. I thought after the pressure it'd be so fun to see if the market can just in the last 10 minutes just like squeeze everybody out while nobody's paying attention. That'd be so cool. Hopefully by Monday I'll have the prototype for the conversions, which would be nice. There's some movement. So whenever I have that, I'll definitely share with you guys on the stream the prototype. Y'all get y'all's feedback and you can give me whatever feedback you have for the real things. That way I can implement you guys' feedback into the final design. So probably for like a week or so, I'll get to play with it. We'll make some changes and then as soon as we all like it, we'll release it live to everybody. Subscribed yesterday. Glad you found the live stream. Oh, thanks, Beast. Really appreciate it. Pat, have a good weekend. Mr. Smith, have a good weekend. Fraser, have a good weekend. In Despair, have a good weekend. Morrow, Andrew. Hey, Andrew, by the way, I watched the first 2 episodes of the new Sunny season yesterday. Always Sunny has a new season. You can tell how old everybody's getting. That show's been on, what, 16 years? Danny DeVito is starting to get old. The second one was really good. Yeah, I got halfway through and I fell asleep. I was watching before I went to bed. 17th season? Yeah. There we go. There's the crazy, like, FU candle. Let's get it. Let's get the big green. Let's close super green for the day. Let's watch a rip. Not any trades, though. Let her rip. It could not break through bull zone. We didn't get that zone to zone trade. That would have been nice though. Oh, we broke bull zone on close. That would have been super nice. Or at least at any point today. That 80-point rip would have been really good for NASDAQ. I would have loved seeing that. But unfortunately, we did not get it. A nice clean day today. Well, I walked away with like 14 grand. I can't complain. It was a fun day. You know, last night I was playing Elden Ring. I was actually fighting Melania which is the hard boss, right? So I'm at towards the end of the game, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like seeing my Discord messages go crazy, and I'm looking at the market, and the market's like, lump, 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 lump. And by the time I turn around, I'm like, oh crap, we're at MHP. I don't have any alarms set or anything. I chimed in like just at the right moment. From SO4, is that a show? Started shooting? Season 4? I've never seen it. Thanks again for streaming, guys. What time I start streaming? 9:30, 8:30 every day, so an hour pre-market. All right, guys, that is it. That's the close. 3 minutes, something's gonna happen. Made it till the end of the day, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna call it right when the bell happens. I'm gonna close out. Good stream, though. Good stream. All right, I'm gonna go work out. Chill with IDOC. I think IDOC's mom is here, so we'll probably like do family stuff today. Maybe go to dinner or something. Work out first. Watch the last minute. Last minute of the day. Just death to market, or maybe death to market this way. I feel like it's going to be a shock in the last 10 seconds. I don't know why I feel it. Like, I feel like it's just going to be like a, once the pressure's up, markets close, it's going to just move quick. I don't even know why. Why I feel it. It's been wound up all day with no volatility, and volatility starting to pick up tiny little bit. Boring close though. Tiny little range. Nothing happened. Boring close. And we are closing. Told you. Arizona top. Can I EST it in my funded? LOL. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I love y'all. Y'all have a good day.